Hello everybody, Pescetarian here, and we're back at Epcot for the International Festival Holidays.
Bear?
Because I'm about to eat some disgusting food and I'm going to force her to watch.
I'm just going to entertain myself while he eats the things.
Because Bear's going to eat, and she's going to suffer through it.
Be sure to subscribe.
Heard the girl.
And enjoy your holidays, even if you eat meat or don't.
You heard the girl. I'm not gonna lie, I picked this at random because we needed to try something from this booth. I really wanted the pork, the Mojo pork, because that looked like the most appetizing thing, but it's got mango salad on it. And I just didn't want to, modify it. So I'm like, well, I like salmon, so why not salmon tartare in a little cup with Yuca chips and a Yuzu mayo. I feel like we've been eating a lot of Yuzu lately. I'm not complaining. I love Yuzu, but I feel like we're on a path to more Yuzu in our lives.
Because it's a kumite.
Probably because of kumite. Let's go ahead and dig in here. Get a nice helping. All up in there. Some green onions in there as well. Yee, yee. We get it crunchy? Yeah, there we go. It's a smoked salmon. I don't know about tartare. It's like semi-cooked. But not like raw, but like smoked salmon. Got a nice flavor to it with like the green onions. And the Yuca chips got a nice crunch. I could do like a couple more chips in here. Maybe like a wider cup. But the Yuzu mayo is, luckily for me, not as mayo-y as I thought it was going to be because I absolutely hate mayonnaise. Very quite a bit superior. I know that's going to start all sorts of fights and comments, but I'm sorry. It's just superior in every way, shape, and form.
Just egg is superior. Oh
God, here we go. You're just mayo. 4 out of 5 plus. So we have the Pernil, which is a Mojo pork with a like corn base and like a seasoned mayo. I'm forgetting what kind of mayo. I'm drawing a blank right now. But I've been avoiding the pork dishes this festival. I guess I can try one. Base is toof. I probably could have just eaten this like a pizza, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the base is like that level of tough.
You're struggling.
Well,
just do it.
On the struggle bus. Completely on the struggle bus. This fork is useless. Okay. We've had a Mojo Satine Bowl recently at Gasparillo. We ran for a diem. It was like negative Mojo flavor. This is Mojo. It's delicious, juicy and seasoned Mojo pork. The mayo's got a little bit of spice to it. It's not like hot, but it's got some spices in it. And then the crunchy corn base. It's good. I would give that 4.5 out of 5 plus.
But is it Amatista good?
It's approaching Amatista. It's not Amatista level yet.
There you go.
There you go. Here we are, Bear finally eating in Canada. I usually skip the Canada booth because there's not usually a whole lot here that interests me. It's usually, almost always, steak, a cheesy soup, or scallops. And none of the scallops have ever interested me until today. Today the scallops seem kind of interesting, so if America should ruin seafood, why shouldn't I give Canada the opportunity to do the same for me? It's probably because I hold Canada to a higher regard than I do America. So I'll be more mad at Canada if they mess up seafood than I would be at an American booth that messes up seafood on the regular. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm really just stalling because I don't want to eat this. Not because it doesn't look good, because I'm afraid it's going to be bad. The nice creamy, the nice seared scallop. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. If food was art, this would be it. I wouldn't say pray for me, but cross your fingers at the very least. Okay. Apple chutney on top of the scallop. You just changed my life. I just feel like I stepped into the multiverse. That was absolutely delicious. The crumble with the apple and then the savory, like, seared scallop. It's like dessert and an entree all in one. I'm kind of embarrassed it took me this long to try seafood in Canada. I'm not gonna lick this plate clean. Don't judge me. It's a 5 out of 5 plus. It's only $6.50. Get the scallops. Food review is over. There's 0 point reviewing anything else. Just eat this. I don't care how disgusted you are, I'm hungry. This is delicious. It's on the bare necessities list. Now go. Buy it. French food, especially at the festivals, usually be some of the most interesting food, but not in an appetizing sort of way. Here we have roasted ham with mushrooms, pearl onions, and a mustard sauce. Very complicated French name who I can't pronounce, but I'm going to attempt to butcher that. But you know, there's some nice slivers of ham in here. The onion bulbs aren't too big, and then like these like potato puffs in here as well. Let's try to just skewer both. Oh, and little pieces of bacon. Ooh. So, it's basically a ham and potato stew. Ham, potato, and bacon stew with puffs in it. Seasoned quite well. Very tasty, honestly. I would like this on a cold winter day if we ever had those. It's not the prettiest one here in France, but I think it's the winner. 4.5 out of 5 points. It's very good. I'm dripping sweat in my eyeball. Yep. We have a nice pastrami sandwich from the Haim booth with a nice little bit of pretzel on top. Let's go ahead and take this pretzel off because I don't know why he's here. We're here for the nice pastrami on rye with the sauce. It is a messy bowl. There's a hole in the bottom of it. I know there's a hole, so it just made it infinitely messier. So she tastes. Gosh. It's far more stuff than I expected a pastrami sandwich to be, given the portion size here at Walt Disney World. It's almost like Santa overstuffed his Christmas bag. I'm not complaining. The pastrami flavor's there. The rye bread is good without being overpowering. It's a nice balance of meat and bread. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Here we are with the New Year celebration soba. I believe we got this very same thing last year. I think some of the fixings in are a little bit different, but it's basically the same soba to celebrate the New Year. Nice, decent portion. Bigger than I would expect from an Epcot festival nowadays. I would like to say the portions are getting bigger, but I'm probably wrong.
It's the same size.
Let's just go ahead and dive in. Try to get everything with chopsticks. So I still maintain that chopsticks are superior to silverware, utensil, tool. Definitely feels celebratory. As I always say, you've been here long enough to say it with me. If the broth is trash, the noodle bowl is trash. Just excellent broth. Nice bit of soba. The green onion sort of help it along with the tempura and shrimp. It's a good bowl. Maybe not in direct sunlight, but I think it's pretty tasty. 5 3.5 out of 5 claws.
It's better than Takumite?
Not better than Kumite, no. Blackened Catfish, the American Pavilion booths for festivals continue to try to make their seafood a thing. Like, there's not better countries to do seafood to mixed results. We've had some disgusting shrimp parfaits. We've had them attempt to do Louisiana, sort of like crawfish. We've had all sorts of weird things come out of America. Except actual reform and change that benefit the people of this country. But I digress. I'm sure a bunch of you are going to hate me for that one, but it is what it is. So, as for the blackened catfish, let's go. Ooh, it's nice and flaky. You got some beans and the rice and the sauce. They may have actually done something this year. Okay. That is a blackened fish hitting on all cylinders. I'm saying blackened catfish, that's blackened. Blackened with seasoning on the outside, but not burnt. Very flaky, seasoned well on the inside. A touch of rice and the beans. That is something special. Black eyed peas of that. Black eyed peas and catfish is like almost more holy than the Bible. This is delicious. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 claws. It's a bare necessities list for a festival item, no less. I'm impressed. Though I'm not removing any previous shade I've given this booth for the crappy seafood they did me in the past. But this one works. Here we have our Tamal, like a tamale wrap with Cotjja cheese and a Mexican crema on it. This is a rather big portion for festival holidays. I was expecting this thing to be like a quarter of this size. I'm not going to say anybody what's the cause of this. This thing's rather massive. And yes, I did take a magic pill. And yes, we bought reusable silverware. Trying to judge us too harshly. Probably at some point need a reusable knife.
Yeah, she's got Guardian.
For how much food they gave us, this had better be good. This is not working out very well. Can I fold it? Eat it like a taco?
Don't eat the husk.
I'm not eating the husk.
Just eat the innards.
Okay, you got the shredded chicken in there with the corn masa. Or is that pork? I think it's pork. Even with the sauce, it is very gummy. I'm like about to choke. Oh god. The flavors are a bit muted. Yes, you're getting the corn masa, you get the pork. The pork isn't really singing or dancing or anything really for me. The sauce is good, but it's like way too dry. Ugh. Be prepared, I'm still trying to choke it down. It's a 1.5 out of 5 plus. That's a disappointment. Three cheers to the princess for putting up with me eating all the disgusting meats yet again for another festival. She did great.
At least I get to look at these cool festival holiday flags. So there's that.
We love trains. Either way, it's been a good festival. Some interesting dishes. It still sort of feels the weakest festival, but it's also like one of the shortest.
It's getting better.
It's slightly better. If you guys think I missed anything that needs to be eaten, by all means, let me know in the comments below.
We've got some time.
Anything else you'd like to see us do, that's always going to be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear's going to eat himself into this train. And he's not going to be as cool as Walt. He's going to get kicked out.
Probably just going to try to ride the train. But you heard the girl.
The house erupts with joy and laughter, especially on the first and the last nights. Because those are the nights my parents gave us kids the big presents. A dollhouse for my sister, and for me, a helmet to go along with my brand new bike. Now, the nights in between were for, my parents call them more practical presents. School supplies, clothes, and socks. Socks are a Hanukkah staple. Now, speaking of Hanukkah staples, we'd also get some things like chocolate coins called gelt. Oh, and of course, dreidels. Now, a dreidel is Yiddish for spinning top. On each side is a Hebrew letter. Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin. These 4 letters form the acronym of the phrase, "A great miracle happened there." My family would play the dreidel, and while we would play, we would sing. Can anybody guess what song we might have sung while we played the dreidel game? Dreidel song, exactly right.